Alright everybody, so this is the more mundane stuff of my job, or growing your business, or however you want to look at it. This is all the errands you got to do, but I'm thankful to do them. So since I got a few minutes and traffic's usually pretty stop and go, I want to talk about a little DM message I got from a guy from this weekend. We've been talking. I was explaining single point of failure. So any system that's got reliance on one thing, that's a single point of failure. That means, what's a good example? Good example, you don't put gas in your car, there's no alternative fuel system for it, right? You don't put gas in it, it stops, your car stops, period. First and foremost. If your survival solution for making fire is, I'm gonna go out and do the old-fashioned friction method of put a stick together, get some kindling and rub it together. While that'll always work, it may not work in every situation where it's, hey, torrential downpour, it's been raining for 3 hours, you've got to make a fire and there's nothing dry to burn. So in any survival situation, you want to move away from single points of failure and move to points of redundancy. So Bear Grylls does this little survival show with these celebrities. Some of you may have seen it. I remember he was on it with, I think, Zac Efron or somebody. My wife was watching it, and he was with, whoever he was with, he was like, okay, we're going to make a fire. He's like, do you know how to make a fire? And he's like, yeah, he kind of had the friction method. And he was like, so how do you make a fire, Bear? And so Bear took out his lighter, and he was like, I just bring a lighter. So that's an example of redundancy, right? So when I tell people for survival, you want to have several levels of, this is contingency planning if you're not familiar with the term. I want to start with the easiest way possible to make a fire. Right, so easiest way possible to make a fire. I have a lighter. Maybe when conditions are too hot, got to use flint and steel, or a 9-volt battery and some steel wire. You'll see a lot of survival and bushcraft guys will pack their own dry kindling. That's for, that's their redundancy that they're talking about. And I highly recommend that you have that for just about everything that you do, especially if you're going to be in the woods. To include, how do I affect my own rescue? So for me, just a free tip, the Army's a lot of surplus stores out there. You can buy these things online. I'll post a picture of it later. In the Army, we used to carry these VS-17 panels. One of them's orange, one of them's pink, rolls up real tight. And since those two colors they're like neon pink and neon orange, like hunter orange, if you need to put out a marker so an aerial vehicle like a helicopter that's out searching for you can find you, that's always a good idea. So avoid, the free advice I'm giving you today, and what I was talking about this weekend with this guy was, avoid those single points of failure. Okay, that's a key to survival, and you should always work hard to avoid that. You can't always avoid that in every situation, but anytime you can, you should, and you should plan accordingly. So this is Chris from Squatch Survival Gear. We got the gear to keep you alive. Stay tuned for more information. Hope you guys are having a great day. Squatch out.